We all know the PS5 is a monster machine. It delivers incredible graphics and next-level speed. But when you're looking for a game to truly show off what your console can do, a game that is, simply put, perfect, which one should you grab first? We're not talking about just good games today. We're talking about the complete package. Games with the gameplay, the story, the visuals, and the feel of the DualSense controller all just clicked. These are the games that make you go, wow, every time you pick up the controller. I'll put together my picks for the top 10 perfect games on the PS5 right now. These are the flawless, must-own experiences. Let's dive right into the list. Starting off our list at number 10, we have Helldivers 2. This game just feels solid because it's pure, chaotic fun, and it's a perfect example of live service done right. It doesn't try to be a serious, dark, single-player epic. It just focuses on the gameplay loop, and it executes it perfectly. You're a freedom fighter, a Helldiver, dropping onto alien planets with your squad to spread democracy, one grenade at a time. The mission structure is simple, but the moment-to-moment action is always tense. The whole thing is wrapped in this hilarious, over-the-top military satire. The best part is the co-op element and the use of stratagems. Calling in an orbital strike or a massive supply drop using button combinations feels like you're actually commanding an air fleet. And often, that drop lands right on your friend. It's funny, it's intense, and the constant updates from the developers, the Galactic War, make it feel like you're part of something huge. It is the definition of a well-supported, zero-filler, totally polished, and incredibly fun co-op experience. Next up at number 9, we're looking at Resident Evil 4 Remake. The thing that makes this one perfect is how it took a classic masterpiece, one of the most influential games ever made, and somehow made it even better for a modern audience. The balance between action and survival horror is perfect. It's scary, it's tense, and the updated third-person camera and movement feel absolutely amazing. Every encounter with the Ganados is a desperate fight for survival, forcing you to use every bullet and every resource wisely. The PS5 gives this game such a sharp, detailed look. The lighting and shadows create an incredible atmosphere in that Spanish village and castle. But the true game changer is the DualSense controller integration. Feeling the trigger resistance as you aim Leon's rifle, or the subtle thrumming as you heal with a spray. It elevates the gameplay to truly next-gen horror. They kept everything great from the original, fixed a few things that were dated, and polished the rest until it shined. It's a perfect remake of a perfect game. At number 8, we have the incredible roguelike adventure, Hades. You might think a genre like this, where you die and restart constantly, wouldn't be perfect, but hear me out. Every single run you do is fun and feels like progress. Even when you die, you want to jump right back into the river Styx. The fast-paced, fluid combat is amazing, but it's the way the story is told that sets this apart. The writing, the gorgeous art style, and the amazing voice acting for the Olympian gods and underworld residents are all flawless. The game's pacing is perfect. It never feels like a repetitive grind, because new dialogue, new character arcs, and new secrets are constantly unfolding the more you fail. Every death is actually a chance to go home, talk to your friends and family, and get stronger. The sheer variety of weapons, power-ups, and combinations means you can play for hundreds of hours without 2 runs feeling the same. It's proof that a game doesn't need huge budgets or hyper-realistic graphics to be a complete and perfect experience on the PS5. Sliding in at number 7 is the PS5 exclusive RETURNAL. This game is all about atmosphere, mystery, and the feel of a sci-fi setting. You play as Celine, trapped in an alien time loop on a hostile planet, and the gameplay is absolutely relentless. It's tough. It's a brutal bullet hell third-person shooter, but that difficulty is perfectly balanced with the incredible fast-paced shooting and movement. When you're dodging hundreds of glowing enemy projectiles and blasting aliens, the game is so smooth and precise. This is arguably the best showcase for the PS5's unique technology. It uses the DualSense beautifully, not just with vibrations, but with the adaptive triggers. You can softly press the left trigger to aim, and then press harder to switch immediately to your weapon's alt-fire mode. Feeling the drops of alien rain or the crackle of energy in your hands just immerses you completely in a weird, hostile world. The fast loading times also save this game, because when you die and the world resets, you're back in the action almost instantly, maintaining the flow. It's tense, it's beautiful, and it's perfectly tuned sci-fi action. Halfway through at number 6, we have The Last of Us Part 2 Remastered. Look, the original game was already a masterpiece, but the PS5 version brings it to a whole new level of polish. This game is perfect because of its deep, challenging writing and its incredible technical detail. The story takes huge risks, dealing with themes of revenge, trauma, and empathy, and it hits those notes with incredible emotional weight. It's an uncomfortable, but absolutely essential narrative experience. The gameplay is also a major step up from the first game. The brutal, close-quarters combat and the stealth are intense and tactile. On the PS5, the 4K visuals and the locked frame rate, even the new no-return roguelike mode, make the brutal combat and the gorgeous, overgrown environments look flawless. The new features and behind-the-scenes content just cement this as the definitive way to experience one of the greatest stories in gaming. It is a cinematic, technical, and storytelling marvel. Hitting our top 5 is the gigantic open-world epic, Elden Ring. This game is perfect because it gives the player total, unapologetic freedom. From the moment you step in a Limgrave, you can go anywhere, fight anything, and explore for hundreds of hours. It's arguably the most massive game on this list, but it never feels empty or messy. Every distant ruin, every cave, and every creepy corner hides a secret, a boss, or a new piece of lore to obsess over. The sheer scope is only matched by the quality of its combat and world building. The massive boss fights are legendary, but the game gives you enough tools, magic, summons, and an endless supply of weapons to tackle every challenge in your own way. Critically, the PS5 is the best place to play this. The fast loading times are crucial for a From Software game because dying isn't a huge hassle. You're back outside the boss gate almost instantly, which maintains the addictive cycle of just one more try. It set the standard for what a modern, massive, open-world RPG should be. At number 4, we have the visually stunning, open-world samurai adventure, Ghost of YOTEI. The perfection here lies in the atmosphere and the combat. The game makes you feel like a samurai fighting to save his homeland. The sword fighting is precise, deadly, and every clash feels like something out of classic Kurosawa film. The unique wind mechanic guiding you across the island is a brilliant piece of design that keeps your focus on the gorgeous environment instead of a mini-map. The world itself is one of the most beautiful ever put into a game. Every frame looks like a painting, with forests of golden leaves and fields of red spider lilies. The director's cut on PS5 adds the perfect 60 frames per second performance, and the DualSense haptics just make every sword clash and every arrow fire feel incredibly impactful. It also includes the amazing Iki Island expansion, which adds even more story and perfect open-world design. It's a flawless blend of style, story, and satisfying action. Cracking the top 3, we have Marvel's Spider-Man 2. This game is pure, high-octane fun, and it's perfect because it makes you feel like Spider-Man better than any game before it. Now you can play as both Peter Parker and Miles Morales, and the combined combat and traversal systems are incredibly smooth. The web swinging is faster, the combat is smoother, and the story, which brings in a menacing venom, is bigger and better than the first 2 games combined. It is a true PS5 showcase. The graphics are stunning, the city is bigger, and it loads instantly thanks to the PS5's SSD. Using the web wings for the first time, combined with the web swinging, to glide across the city and dive from skyscrapers is a massive leap forward for open-world traversal. The boss fights are epic, and the way it uses the DualSense to convey the tension of a symbiote suit with the speed of Miles' dash is just fantastic. For a perfect superhero action game, this is the one to beat. Now for a surprise at number 2, a game that absolutely blew us away, CLAIR OBSCUR, Expedition 33. This is perfection in presentation and execution. It's a classic RPG structure, but modernized for a new generation. The art style is unique and stunning. It looks like a beautiful, moving painting, and it's combined with what looks like the best turn-based combat we've seen in years. It uses action prompts and timing, almost like Super Mario RPG, to make every attack and defense feel immediate and impactful. It makes the combat incredibly engaging, not just about selecting options from menu. The story itself is deeply compelling. A small team of heroes on a desperate mission to stop an entity that erases people from existence every single year. It has a level of polish that is rare for a new IP. Every character, every environment, every animation just screams quality. This game manages to blend old-school JRPG heart with modern action and incredible fidelity. It's proof that a perfect game can still surprise you. And this one is set to be an absolute, essential classic that every PS5 owner should experience. And finally, we have arrived at number 1. The absolute most perfect game you can play on a PS5 right now is God of War Ragnarök. Why is this number 1? Because this game doesn't just push the PS5 to its limit. It takes an already perfect formula from the previous game and improves on it in every single way. The story is a mature, heartbreaking, and ultimately hopeful journey across all 9 realms of Norse mythology. Kratos and Atreus' relationship is handled with incredible care, dealing with themes of destiny, choice, and fatherhood. The combat is heavier, more fluid, and more satisfying than ever before. Kratos now has more tools, and Atreus is a more capable partner. The PS5 ensures the huge, stunning boss battles and the exploration of the massive realms happen with a perfect 60 frames per second frame rate. It's a complete package, the best DualSense integration, the most technically demanding visuals, a story that won numerous awards, and gameplay that never gets old. If you only play one game on your PS5, make it God of War Ragnarök. It is, simply put, the definition of a perfect video game. So there you have it, our top 10 perfect PS5 games. Do we miss a game that you think is absolutely flawless? We know there are more out there, so let us know your picks down in the comments. We love hearing what you guys think. If you enjoyed this list and want to see more content like this, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for new videos every day. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Happy gaming!